What's going on YouTube? Dragon Enthusiast Guy. Today I'm going to bring you guys my top 5 decks of the format. I know Capital G did one. He's the one that started it, and then Slimex Team Symmetry did one as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do my own. Mine's a little bit different, but not really, because obviously we already know what the top 5 are. But there's like 2 or 3 that people disagree on, and for me. Here in my what I'm going to do is the ones that are here in my area, and I'm going to try to cover the ones that the top regionals and YCS and stuff like that. So yeah, so let's just get started. For me, here at my local, this is going to be number 5, and I know that it hasn't seen much play and it hasn't really topped that much. But here at the locals, for me it's Dino Rabbit. Now Dino Rabbit just has completely fallen off the map. For YCS and topping regionals and stuff like that. The last one that topped was at Anaheim regionals, which came in first place. And after that, it just the last time I heard of it was when it was at YCS Indy. I believe it got topped. I'm gonna say 32-16. I'm not too sure on that, but I know it topped. So after that, really nobody's playing it. And I guess because it's not that consistent and stuff like that. People are turning to wind-ups, turning to Geargia and stuff like that. So, and also a lot of people are going back to the old decks, like, Agents and Black Wings, and, they're trading stuff with plants, the Inzectors as well. So, anyways, here's, at my locals, people are still playing Dino Rabbit. So, you can substitute this for, something else that I'm not going to include, which I'm going to talk about at the end of the video. So, number 5 is Dino Rabbit. Of course, I'm going to go, from 5 to 1. So, number 4 would be, for me, Dark Wolves. Dark Wolves are everywhere. It doesn't matter if they top or not, but people have not stopped playing Dark Wolves. It's a budget deck, and it's, it can keep up with the meta. It hasn't really topped that much, but it tops here and there. Oh, that's my phone. So it tops here and there. It's enough for people to play the deck, and it keeps up with competitiveness and stuff like that. So that's why people play Dark Worlds, and it's just annoying because I was playing them earlier today on DN, and it reminds me of Inzectors. Why? Because you set your back row, you have your monster or whatever, and they just start popping, and it's just frustrating, and at the same time, it's like Dark World. I'm sorry, it's like Inzectors. And it's like wind-ups at the same time, put into one annoying deck. It's just so annoying because they pop your field, and, they discard your hand at the same time. So it's really, really frustrating because, like I said, it's like wind-ups when they first started with the hand loop, and then it's like Inzectors when Inzectors, were popping the field. So it's put into one deck, and I guess that's why, it's very, like I said, it's very competitive. It's very annoying for your opponent because, it doesn't matter if they discard, that the more they discard, and the more they draw, it helps them a lot. So, this is a proxy grapha, like I said, because I don't have any Dark Rose cards, because fuck that deck. I hate that deck, to be honest with you guys. It's like after windups and Inzectors, third would be Dark World. That's so annoying. So yeah, so that's Dark World coming in at number 4. For number 3, we have Geargia. This is a Cyber Dragon, I know, but it's a machine, so I didn't want to use another proxy, so we're just gonna go with Cyber Dragon to represent the machine. So Geargias, they're seeing a lot of play of Geargias, with Machina, with just all kinds of stuff that's going on. And honestly, guys, the deck is not that hard to throw down. It's not. Once you summon a Thunder King with a bunch of back row, you're set. You're good, because the main purpose of their deck is getting cards from their deck to their hand. And Thunder King just stops all of that. And, and if you side Cyber Dragon as well, and, you can contact Fusion and just, have another Thunder King, then you're good to go. So, but at the same time, you're seeing a lot of plays of, Geargias and machines, with gadgets and stuff like that, Karkries, the Karkries, Geargias and all that stuff. So, yeah, number 3 would be the machine. Now, coming in at number 2 is going to be Chaos Dragons. Now, Chaos Dragons, people thought they were dead. People thought that, once hitting Future Fusion and Red Eyes, like I said, Red Eyes was not the proper card to hit. It was this guy. because obviously, look what happened. The deck is still very, very much playable, and it just sucks. So, when the March ban list comes around, I hope that Konami sees that hitting Red Eyes is not the answer, and hitting this guy is the answer, because this guy just keeps that loop around. No matter, as long as you have a Red Eyes in the graveyard, and there's a ton of mill to get it in there, and once you summon this guy, it's a piece of cake to bring him out. Because you have this guy at 3, you can keep pitching and pitching lights and darks to bring this guy from the graveyard, and if you have him in the hand, you can banish 1 light, 1 dark from the graveyard and summon this guy. And once this guy gets destroyed, obviously, you bring out the Red Eyes, and the only way to stop that is to remove the Red Eyes from the grave, or you banish this guy as well. So really, you really can't stop the loop. Or if you have Pulsar mistiming as well, that's another way you can stop it. But if you don't have answers to that, then they're just gonna keep looping you, and they're gonna with Red Eyes, they're gonna keep using its effect to bring out more boss monsters, like another Pulsar and maybe a Dark Flare and stuff like that. And we can't forget about having BLS and Dark Arm Dragon as well. So that's why it's at number 2. It's a very strong deck. I was playing this deck for a while, but then I turned to Rabbit, and Rabbit's just my thing right now. So I'm gonna take a break from dragons. Obviously I'm a dragon enthusiast. I can't. That's my roots. That's where I started. So don't worry, guys. I'm still gonna play dragons. For fun, for competitiveness as well. But for me, I don't want to play Chaos Dragons because everybody's playing Chaos Dragons. So that's why right now I'm playing Rabbit. As you guys see. Not a lot of people are playing Rabbit, but I don't give a shit about that because I want to run Rabbit because I've always wanted to run it, and I don't care if it's at 2, I don't care if it's been slowed down, I'm still going to play it. So it's still very, very competitive if you know how to run the deck. But anyways, number 2 is Chaos Dragon. Now, number 1 is very, very obvious. Obviously, Wind-Ups. This is the Wind-Up Warrior. This is the only Wind-Up card I have. But, yeah, so number 1 is Wind-Ups. Wind-Ups are everywhere. But what I have noticed is that they've been very much, gone, hidden under, a rug or something, because obviously with Triple Maxi and Triple Veiler, you could stop from them, you could stop them swarming, and not only that, but if they draw Shady with probably 2 Magicians and back rows and stuff like that, then obviously they don't really have out. So, but that's every deck. Every deck can draw Shady. I don't give a shit what you play. There's always gonna be a chance, that you can draw Shady. Is what I'm trying to say. With Rabbit, you can draw all vanillas and back row. With Dark Wolves, you can draw 3 Graphas and maybe back rows. So, there's no perfect deck out there. But with Wind-Ups, even though they've been topping and all that, but lately they haven't really seen much play, because there's we had 6 Sams top, we had Rabbit top, we had Chaos Dragons top. I'm talking about people getting first place. So it's just it's kind of weird that they're there, but like I said, there's people already know that they're already expecting Wind-Ups to be played at a YCS, at a regional, so they already they already have their side prepared for that with the Maxi and with the Triple Veiler, so they don't really have much to worry about, since they have their outs to it. So that's why I believe that people are dropping Wind-Ups and playing like Agents, playing Dark Girl, playing Plants, playing Inzectors. So now that I mentioned Inzectors, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys why I didn't add them in my top 5. I'm sorry, guys. So I'm going to tell you guys why I didn't add them in my top 5. The reason why I didn't add them in the top 5 was because, they've only topped twice. Everybody's giving Billy Break recognition that, he brought Inzectors back. Everybody thought they were dead, but thanks to Billy, they're back, and everybody's, running Billy's build. So it's like, Billy was not the person to bring back Inzectors. I'm going to be honest with you guys. There is another guy who I believe who top 4. Do not quote me on that, but he was top 4. And he got, he's the one that topped with them in the very, very beginning. So how I know that is because MCO40 did a video on that, on Inzectors. And I'm going to go ahead and link it in the bottom, or I'm going to link it, put an annotation somewhere so you guys can see that video. So it's very unfair that Billy's getting all the credit when this guy, he was the first person to do it. So, anyways, guys, that's my video. You know, Wind-Up's number 1, Chaos Dragon's number 2. Oh, wrong one. Geargia is at number 3. Darkwood at 4, and for me personally, it's here in my locals, it's Dino at number 5. You know, you could probably swap this for Inzector, something like that, or maybe Agents, or Six Hands. But Six Hands, honestly, I don't know what happened there. It was just, I guess, lost space. But anyways, guys, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot. So I will see you guys in the next video, which would be tomorrow on my Throwback Thursday, and I'm gonna be doing Magician of Fate. So see you guys in my next video. Take care and